My name is Sydney Jones, and I'm a senior at Ankeny High School. I play the flute and a couple other instruments, and I'm a 2-year drum major for the Ankeny Marching Hawks. I knew that music was my thing in life because it was fun and it was enjoyable. And for a really long time when I was younger, it was the most interesting part of my day. And then one time I just thought to myself, I was like, why don't we just do this forever? I wanted to become a band director after watching and listening to all of my band directors that I've had now. And they're all so passionate about what they do. And I would say that I'm a pretty passionate person as well. And I hope that I could inspire the next generation of musicians as much as my band directors have inspired me.
Sydney Jones is one of the hardest working students I've ever had the privilege of working with. She's bubbly, she's fun, she's smiley, but she also knows when it's time to get down to business.
She kind of always makes her schedule to like practice and something. Like I know she's had to like leave early from stuff because she's like, oh, I want to practice my flute when I get home or something like that. So she's always just been really passionate about it and always just like making sure that she has time to practice.
Sydney is a really great person. She always works really hard at everything she does, and I think that's one of the best things about her. She's also just a fantastic friend to have. I know that I can always talk to her about anything, and I know that she will always be real with me and give me all the advice that I'm looking for, and I know that I can always count on her.
Being in band with Sydney is really fun and such a cool experience because we're not just in the regular band together, but we also play for the wind ensemble for the Des Moines Symphony, and we're making a all-state skiba ensemble for the Perry Band Olympics. And it's really fun to watch her when she's playing and just to look over and make eye contact with her because she literally glows while she's playing.
There are 5 instruments that I play pretty regularly. The first is piano. And the second that I can play is flute. I'd say that flute is probably my favorite instrument that I play. And it's because I play it the most throughout all of the ensembles and bands that I do. The third instrument I play is piccolo. It's basically just a baby flute. It's pitched an octave higher, so it just sounds higher. The fourth I can play is alto flute. It's pitched in G, so it just sounds a little bit lower than that. The fifth instrument that I can play is alto sax, and I learned how to play that for jazz band because flute players don't really play in jazz bands.
I have had a great experience having Sydney as a student. I've gotten to work with Sydney in marching band. I've gotten to have her in both Jazz YTBN and Jazz Lab. I've gotten to have her in concert band. I've gotten to have her in AP Music Theory. So I've gotten to see all the sides of Sydney. I've also gotten to see the Sydney that arrives really early in the morning for all things marching band and stays late to practice or help out here in the program. And Sydney, again, is just a super hard worker. I mean, I just listed all the things she does in the music area, just band-wise, and then we add on choir to that. I know she's involved in concert choir as well as show band. So Sydney just does it all, like music, anything that ends with music or has music in it, Sydney's involved in. And it's clear she's very passionate about it.
Sydney is fantastic at everything musical that she does, but I think one of the best things about her dedication to music is that she is always looking to be better. She always wants to find ways to challenge herself and to do more, always doing more. She likes to do everything that she possibly can because music is just the thing that she loves to do.
I don't super know how she is in like concert band or anything because I'm a percussionist, so I'm like across the band from her. But in marching band, she's one of our drum majors, so she's kind of like one of the people who's like really in charge of the band and all that type of stuff. And she was the only drum major who was like returning She was the only junior last year, so she kind of had to like help train and teach all of the other drum majors, and she did really good with that. And she's a really good leader. She's not afraid to like constructively criticize people, but she's also not afraid to like give them compliments or anything like that. But yeah, generally she's just like very hardworking, but also really nice with stuff.
Because this is my first year being a drum major, and Sydney was the only returner. She did a lot of stuff to help us out, and one thing that really helped a lot was lists and emails and text messages. And it was a really fun experience, but it was also really nerve-wracking because it was a big jump from just being a regular member into having such a huge leadership role. But Sydney helped a lot to make us feel comfortable and have a lot of fun. Last year, I wasn't a drum major, but it was Sydney's first year, and I really looked up to her. I thought she was the coolest person, and it was honestly a little intimidating because she's such a strong, fun person. But I think a lot of other people experience that, but not only, like, she's intimidating just from how she's so serious and passionate about her music, but that's also what makes her really cool and fun to be around. And she also knows how to have fun, not only just be serious.
Another honor band that I got to be a part of was one out east. Our choir got to go to New York in April, and after that, the same company who did the trip sent me a letter for this honor band opportunity. And I auditioned for it, and they accepted me, and in November, I got to play in Carnegie Hall. And that was, of all the experiences that I've had, that was definitely my favorite. It was really amazing, like the first time I got to walk onto the stage. It was like a movie come to life, if that makes sense. I could almost hear like a triumphant band in my head as I just walked on. And I got to meet people from around the United States who also got to come and play. And it was really amazing, and I really loved it. My experience in all of the bands that I've done is that I've gotten to work with conductors from all across the United States. And because I've gotten to work with those people and other musicians my age, I've become a better musician myself. And I've also made a lot of friends outside of school. Everything that I've done has made me both a better musician and a better person. And I'm really excited to see where everything takes me next.